You're doing great.
So, how was the family? How was the family meeting? How were the holidays?
We did family in Thanksgiving in California, so the weather was an improvement. But I have to say, because of genetic laws, my family looks a lot like me. And for people who look like us, it was the first Thanksgiving. My parents have been here since the late 70s. It was the first Thanksgiving I think we celebrated with a measure of fear about the year to come. Physical fear, fear about what will happen to people who look like us and people of many other kinds in this country.
This fear that you felt at Thanksgiving, had you felt it before, like right after September 11th?
No. I felt some fear after September 11th. That fear, and we have to actually give praise to George W. Bush, because that fear had zero institutional backing at the highest levels of this society.
Has anything happened to you personally, or to your parents personally, in the last 2 or 3 months?
Fortunately, we have not been the victim of hate crimes. Most of the abuse that I experience is online, and it's rampant, and it's organized, and it's very explicitly targeting race, the way I look, my right to say things on the basis of my color.
That's what I want to ask you about, because that will be the question in terms of emboldening certain forces in our society, and I think the question is still open. Online, have you seen an increase since this election?
Yes. I can't measure the numbers, but I'll tell you what I think the difference.
It's a very nefarious place. I get tons of
Totally.
hatred because I'm a woman.
I'll tell you
and
what I think
sexual things that you wouldn't even want to, like, every single day. So, I mean, I think there's certain things that have been
I'll tell you what I think is
all
different.
along.
I think you're absolutely right. I'll tell you what I think is different.
Can you blame Trump for what you're seeing online? Didn't you get that before the election?
I did, but I think I'll tell you what's changed, which is I think it matters to have the institutional backing of a president-elect of the United States have said a record of things that jibe with what you are saying. I think it makes you less of a basement troll when someone who ran on and flirted with and said some of the same kinds of thoughts won an election.
It's a license.
It's a license. And so if I'm to parse, as I do, as someone who looks at language very closely, some of the language in these tweets, it's not that the volume is higher or lower. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It is that...
A feeling of fear.
It's a feeling of fear on my end, but on their end, a feeling of like, I'll tell you a line that's now included in a lot of these tweets that wasn't before, which is Trump is president now. So go back to your country, Trump is president now. Like, no brown people, no black people in America, Trump is president now, right? So to me, it's that insertion of that line, which is really...
What he does with it is really important.
Do you hear, Anand, in your family at all, or among other people you talk to,